Moving on to the time I know you've all been waiting for. It's time, and these are especially fun when I have nobody in the audience. These these trivia questions of mine. And, again, I have yet to go 7 for 7. I don't need you to see anything but that. And then I go over here, and I've got my questions. All right, difficulty level is set at medium. I have yet to go 7 for 7. I am going to try to go 7 for 7. You could play along in real time if you're here, which I don't see. Oh, hey, Roger's here. Hey, Roger. Good. I got someone to play along with. I hope you're feeling better, brother. Question number 1. Which country successfully landed a spacecraft on the moon for the first time in over 50 years? What country successfully landed a spacecraft on the moon for the first time in over 50 years? Was it us? That's a old Judas joke from my father used to tell. Was it me? Was it the Ruskies? Was it the Indians? Or was it China? Those are your options available to you. My answer is decided. I know what I'm going with. What are you going with? Roger goes with China. I am going with India. So we'll find out soon on what the answer is. I see another viewer has popped up. I'm not going to reread the question. You're late getting here. You suffer. Question number 2. A major wildfire broke out in which U.S. state, forcing thousands to evacuate? I don't even need to look at the options. I know what the answer is. Ooh. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. So these are historical events that took place between 12 and 18 August. The second question, a major wildfire broke out in which U.S. state, forcing thousands to evacuate? Immediately my brain goes to California. Why? Because it's always California, right? And every once in a while I got to send my daughter an email like, are you on fire? And she's like, no, I'm not on fire. And I'm like, yay, you're not on fire. Here are your options. All of them are good. All right, I think we can easily say it's not Florida. Because Florida doesn't evacuate for nothing, baby. Florida's strong. Is it California? Is it Hawaii? Or was it Texas? You got 3 choices, viable choices. I don't believe it's Florida. But if you want to guess Florida, you can guess Florida. As much as I want to say California, I think it was Hawaii that occurred during this week. Waikiki, no, not Waikiki, Maui. Nope. I want to go 7 for 7. I'm thinking too much into this. It's California. Roger says California, and I agree. It's California. So here we go. Question number 3. A powerful earthquake struck which country, resulting in significant damage and casualties? Oh, Roger changes his answer to Florida, forgetting that you're not allowed to change your answer. But I'll allow it, whatever. It's just us. A powerful earthquake struck which country, resulting in significant damage and casualties? Answer number 1 is Japan. 2 is Morocco. 3 is Indonesia. And 4 is Chile. These are your options available. A, Japan. B, Morocco. C, Indonesia. And D, Chile. When I think of Indonesia, I think of Christmas Eve. So I'm not thinking that's the answer to this one. And it doesn't give us a date. I'm a little disappointed in that. But it does occur during this week in history. Could it have been the Fukushima? He's going with Chile. That's a good guess. And Morocco, you know, any of those countries there, when they have an earthquake, it's usually pretty bad. Significant damage and casualties. I'm going to go with the most riveting one that I've ever seen. It was definitely, I'm going with Fukushima. I'm going to go with Japan because that was riveting. And I'll still be scrolling through YouTube, and they'll start running footage of it, and I'll watch it all. Because, wow. So Roger's going with Chile. I'm going with Japan. This is probably where I miss out. Again, the goal is to get all 7 for 7. Question number 4. A historic heat wave gripped what region, leading to extreme temperatures and health concerns? I know the answer. Was it Europe, North America, Australia, or South Africa? South Africa. Africa. Was it South Africa? Was it Australia? Was it North America or Europe? I believe my answer is Europe. Because I tell you why, because they use the metric system. Once it goes over 40 degrees, they're, oh, it's so hot, it's so hot. And they don't have air conditioners in most of their houses because it doesn't normally go over 40 degrees. And people die all the time when the temperature goes up just a little bit in Europe. And they're always complaining about it. You don't hear them complain down in Australia because it's always hot in Australia. You don't complain in South Africa because they're too busy being carjacked in South Africa. And in North America, yeah, we have air conditioning. I'm going with Europe. Roger's going with Australia. We'll find out who's right in just 3 more questions. I don't know. 5. A prominent political figure announced their candidacy for a high-profile office in which country? A prominent political figure announced their candidacy for a high-profile office in which country? Well, I don't think it was the United States, even though that has recently happened, but it didn't happen this week. It's been, 30 days since she's taken a question? So we know it's longer than this week. I'm not going to go with the United States. Was it your options available to you? Was the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, or France? Prominent political figure announced their candidacy for a high-profile office in which country? I'm going to go with the UK because they've been going through prime ministers like they're going out of style lately. One of them served 2 weeks? I can do this job better than anyone else. I don't want this job. Yeah, I'm going to go with the UK. That's my answer. And waiting to see yours. And I'm taking a drink while I wait. He's going with the UK also. All right. Two questions remaining. A new species of what was discovered in a remote region? A new species of what was discovered in a remote region? I think it's funny that they discovered something in a remote region. Wouldn't it be better if they discovered something like, hey, on the streets of Brooklyn, we found this thing, and we've never seen this thing before? Was it a bird? Was it a mammal? Was it an insect or a plant? You got choices, but it's pretty random, right? Obviously, this was nothing deadly or terrifying, or it'd be all over the news. Monkeypox is back! Oh, Mpox. We don't want to offend any monkeys. I almost added more to that, and I stopped myself. And when I do that, I am happy. Roger's going with a plant. I feel like a plant. Yeah, I feel like that's the right answer. But just to increase my chances of going 7 for 7, I'm going to go with a new species insect. I'm going to go with insect. That's my answer. Finally, the last question of the week. A major sporting event concluded with a surprising outcome. Which sport was it? Now, let me tell you, these questions have been shite, okay? They haven't been good questions. But at least Gemini, the AI Gemini, follows directions. At least that. It doesn't do as well as Copilot did, but then again, I asked Copilot the same question that I asked Gemini, and it's been giving me questions from 3 weeks ago. So I'm not afraid of AI taking over the world just yet, because they can't get the little things right. A major sporting event concluded with a surprising outcome. What sport was it? I immediately think the Olympics, and I immediately think breakdancing. Probably not an option. Was it tennis, basketball, soccer, or golf? You got options. Tennis, basketball, soccer, golf. A major sporting event concluded with a surprising outcome. Are you really surprised? I feel like a Happy Gilmore moment must have occurred somewhere. There's no way I'm going 7 for 7 this week. That question is so incredibly vague. How neat is that? You got a little tennis racket there. I feel like it's the most popular game in the world, and if I choose soccer, that's going to be my best chance of getting it right. There it is. Those are 7 questions for your week. They weren't great questions. I'll be the first to admit that. Don't thank me. Thank Gemini. But remember, Gemini is better than Copilot. If you've got an AI search engine, I should have just used ChatGPT. Actually, I think that's what I did last week. I used ChatGPT. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it. I think ChatGPT did a real good job. This did not. Here we go with your answers. Answer number 1. I think we were both correct. Let me scroll back up and look at Roger's answers. He said China. I said India. The correct answer was India. Ha ha! I am 1 for 1. Question number 2. Roger, he chose California. I doubted myself and ended up choosing California, and the correct answer was Hawaii. So he's 0 for 2. I'm 1 for 2. Moving on to number 3, we both got it wrong. It was Morocco. Number 4, it was not Australia. It was Europe. Wait. Oh, you changed your answer. You said Chile, then you said Australia. You say UK. I have to scroll back up. Forgive me. All right. So India, I got correct. Hawaii, incorrect, even though I kind of felt like I should have got that correct. Neither one of us got the earthquake place. Question number 4 was the heat wave. I said Europe, and what was your answer? Anyway, the answer was Europe. Question number 5 was prominent political figure announced their candidacy for a high-profile office. That was the United States. I got that wrong. An insect was discovered in a remote region, not on the streets of Brooklyn. And golf. Man, we did not do good this week, but that's okay. We had fun. Yeah, I'll use ChatGPT next week. I almost wanted to redo this week, and we did so bad. But the questions were bad. Blame it on the questions. It's a smart man that blames his equipment. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week. Thanks for tuning in, whether you joined me live or you joined me later. Again, if you feel like getting out tonight and you're the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area, go out to Savannah, see some comedy. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. And hopefully I'll finish editing the latest episode of The Lunsby Show. We'll get that on the streets. And then we're taping another episode of The Lunsby Show in just a couple of hours. Have a wonderful Sunday, everybody. Have a wonderful week. And get you some waffles and Cubans and orangutans. Just have a great week. Just be the best person that you could be. And if you're a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. I got all but 7 right. You did not get